Don't pay a dime. AI rent scams, hosted by Master Prophet Noel. Imagine moving into a house, knowing you will never pay rent, and then using a computer program to stay there for a year or more, all for free. This is the new threat posed by the professional tenant, a type of scammer who weaponizes our legal system using artificial intelligence, AI. These professional tenants sign leases with no intention of ever paying. For small-scale landlords, who are often just regular families, this turns a simple business deal into a financial nightmare. AI has become the perfect tool for these scammers, making it easy to create complicated legal paperwork that bogs down the courts and drags out evictions. This calculated scam doesn't just steal housing, it actively destroys the financial security of the landlord, leaving them feeling completely hopeless. Our system, which is supposed to protect tenants, is being exploited by high-tech thieves. The scam starts with the rental application, which is the first lie. In the past, someone trying to fake income documents had to manually edit a PDF or scan, often leaving obvious mistakes. Today, cheap and powerful generative AI tools can create brand new, completely believable financial documents. This means the scammer can quickly generate perfect pay stubs, realistic bank statements, and professional employment letters that show a reliable income. Even though none of it is true, these fake documents are so flawless that they sail right through the screening process, allowing the scammer to sign the lease.
Once they have the keys, the game begins, and the real rent thief starts immediately. As soon as the first rent payment is due, the professional tenants stop paying. This forces the landlord to start the costly and slow process of eviction. This is where AI truly becomes the scammer's secret weapon. Eviction courts are very strict about following the right steps or due process. Previously, the scammer would have to hire an expensive lawyer to find every technicality and loophole. Now, AI platform can instantly produce an endless stack of detailed, legal sound counterfilings. These documents flood the court system with paperwork claiming that the landlord didn't serve the papers correctly, accusation that the property has maintenance problems, or request for more time to prepare. Every one of these documents generated by AI in just a few minutes, forcing the landlord to spend time and money getting a lawyer to write a formal response. This creates massive delays. An eviction that should take a few weeks can be stretched into many months, even over a year, as the scammer uses AI to file motions after motion, asking for extension and demanding documentations. The court grants many of these requests because they look legitimate on paper. This slow, complicated process achieves the scammer's only real goal, living in the property rent-free for as long as possible, while the unsuspecting landlord plays all the course. The people that most hurt by this are the small, non-corporate landlords. They aren't big companies. They are often families who bought a second home as a retirement fund or use their life savings to invest. The most crucial problem is that most of them have a mortgage on that property. When the rent stops coming in, the mortgage payments don't stop. The landlord is forced to use their personal income or quickly drain their savings just to pay the mortgage on the house where the scammer is living rent-free. The cost of fighting these AI-generated legal defenses quickly explodes. Lawyer fees for a long, drawn-out court battle can easily climb to tens of thousands of dollars, often more than the missing rent itself. This puts the landlord in a terrible spot. They're spending their entire life savings just to get back control of their own property, which is actively bleeding them dry. The professional tenant is betting on the landlord giving up because they can't afford to fight anymore. They hope the landlord would just pay them a lump sum of money, a cash for keys deal, just to get them out and stop the financial disaster.
This entire situation is a perfect example of how technology can be used for financial harm. The rules that protect tenants are absolutely necessary. But when a bad actor uses AI to abuse those rules, those protections become tools of financial violence. The court system, which moves slowly and must follow strict procedures, isn't built to spot an intentional scammer whose every legal filing is instantly generated and perfectly timed to cause maximum delay. The whole system relies on the idea that everyone is acting honestly, and the AI scammer completely destroys that trust. The feeling of helplessness for these landlords is intense. They watch their savings disappear and their equity vanish, knowing that the court system can't give them fast justice or recover their stolen money right away. This despair comes from realizing that the law itself has been twisted against them, offering no simple way to stop the deliberate theft of housing services. The core of this scam isn't just about a disagreement. It's a planned, organized crime that uses AI to turn months of legal paperwork into a way to live for free. When the legal process is this slow and self-defeating, the landlord is left with an incredible, unbearable frustration. The court can't promise quick relief, and collecting money from an empty judgment is often impossible. When all reasonable and financial paths are exhausted, they hit an emotional breaking point.
This is where the desperate, symbolic idea of using black magic or Santeria comes from. This is not a real suggestion for a legal move. It is a raw, emotional cry. It's a way of saying that when the human system fails to hold scammers accountable, the victim wants a force, a cosmic justice, to make the scammers pay for the financial and emotional damage they cause. It is the sound of a person wishing a powerful curse upon the person who deliberately used technology and the legal loopholes to ruin their financial life.